Good morning. In the last class we have studied the force, about the force. A push or pull is called force, and the types of forces that act on a body, they are gravitational force that I have told you. The earth has its own gravitation force. It is called the gravitational force, and the frictional force also I have explained you today. Muscular force. What is muscular force? When you are applying it. See, many people they play the two hands. Some will force on this side and some will force on this side. That is a game. So that is also a muscular force. One more, when you are applying the force to squeeze cloth from water, when you are washing clothes and you want to remove the water from the clothes, that time what you are doing it, you will remove the cloth from the water, and the remaining water you are applying the force to remove the water from the cloth. That is squeezing. In this way you are squeezing the cloth. That means you are applying the force on the cloth to remove the water. So it is called the muscular force. It is called muscular force. Then coming to the elastic force. Elastic force is what? When you are stretching the rubber band or anything, as long as it is stretching, you will stretch it. And again, when you leave it, when you let it go, again it comes back to its original shape. It is called the elastic force. Now I have the rubber band in my hand. I am stretching. I am holding this rubber band in my one hand, and with the other hand I am applying the force to stretch it. As long as this can stretch, I am using my force. I am applying the force on this rubber band, stretching it, and when I let it go, I will leave this rubber band, and again it comes back to its original shape. This is the original shape. When I apply my force on this, how much big it can be, that much I can stretch it, and when I let it go, it comes back to its original shape. This is called the elastic force. This is called elastic force. Now I have the sponge rubber duster in my hand. I will squeeze this. And change the shape, and when I let it go, again it will come back to its original shape. Sorry. If only the rubber bands only we can do it. So it comes slowly to its original shape, but rubber band is the best one, best example for this elastic force. We can stretch it, and when you leave it, let it go, and it will come back to its original shape. So this is called the elastic force. Then coming to the centripetal force. Centripetal force is a net force that acts on an object to keep it moving along a circular path. So this is the tension force in the spring of a moving ball, of a moving object. Means you can take one object, tie a string. The tension force in the spring of a tethered ball. So this is the best example. And one more, washing machine is also a best example for centripetal force. Can do this activity. Take an object and tie it to a string. When an object starts moving quickly round in a circular way, so you can feel the force on your fingers. After some time, you can feel the force on your fingers as it pulling, and it also pulls the weight. It also pulls the object, and this pull, when this object, so it acts on this object and also it pulls. As the object starts moving, it pulls on your fingers and it also pulls the weight. It also pulls the weight, and this pull is called centripetal force. When an object spins around, the force you can feel on your finger pulling it, and it also pulls the weight. It also pulls the weight. When this force acts on this object, it is called a centripetal force. When this pull acts on an object, it is called a centripetal force. You can see the washing machine when your mother washes the clothes and all, how it turns the cloths in the water and all, how it turns clockwise and anti-clockwise. The force of it is on the cloth also and on the basket which is turning round clockwise and anti-clockwise, that you can see and think it over. So it is this pull that makes the weight change its direction. So in even the clothes also in the washing machine, it keep on changing it. So in that same manner, this pull makes the weight to change its direction. So this pull is called centripetal force. So we have studied all the forces: gravitational force, frictional force, muscular force, elastic force, centripetal force. You read this all. Then coming to the work. So when you are doing something, simply you are sitting and reading the paper and all, do you think that the work is said to be done? No, it is not. The work is said. When the work is said to be done, when you are applying force on an object and it causes motion, then only the work is said to be done. That means almirah, when you are moving from one place to another, changing its place, that time you are applying it, the force, that is work is said to be done. Suppose if I am applying my force on the wall, I will move it. Can the wall move? No, it cannot move. Then the work is not done. Then the work is not done. What is work? The force used on an object should cause its motion. Only then work is said to be done. So this is the one. You can see the people, how many people are. This you can do. For doing less work, you will apply less work. Means taking out a pencil or opening the pencil cap, you are applying force, or lifting up book, carrying the bag, taking out and keeping it in some other place. that is also work is said to be done. But simply sitting and reading a paper or book, then the work is said not done. So this is. In the next class, we will be studying about the machines, simple machines and all. Thank you.